If you can't get up for this game, you don't have a pulse, Mike.
Tell you what, he's right. I mean, if you can't get up for this one, you should just drive a stake right through your eye and into your brain.
If you can't get up for this one, you might as well just gargle bleach.
You can't get up for this one? Take your family away. That's what they ought to do.
You can't get up for this one? You might as well just stick your fist down into your garbage disposal.
A little too far.
Quick Slant is presented by your local New England Honda dealers. Around here, we Honda.
That's a real hot start, huh? Coming out firing as the Patriots get ready for the Buffalo Bills 3.0. It's the 3 match. I just made that up right off the cuff, Meg. Meg will be along before too long. You got Quick Slants. We're going to preview this Bills game. But first, the game plan, ladies and gentlemen. It's presented by Shaw's. They're perfecting the art of fresh over there. And we're going to hit on Mr. September. Kyle Van Noy will join us, talk about this rubber match. The coaching carousel spins a little bit faster today as the Joe Judge goes flying off. And we have a poll and some comments. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you my slant.
It's super embarrassing, honestly, just from my point, just how I played. It wasn't Ted's fault, it was my fault. I got to get the ball and hand it off to the running back. Really nothing to talk about. I didn't play great. I can play better, and I can lead a lot better, and it starts with me. So whatever the play call is, go out there and do your job. And I didn't do that early on in the game. You can't have successful plays when your quarterback's not doing the right thing. Starts with me, unacceptable, and you can't win until you stop from losing. And I mean, I handed the ball to the guy, so I did that twice, and that hurt us.
That's not all from the same game. It's from 3 of the last 4 games. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen, for the Mac attack. He's had a good year. 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks, 68% completions, a 92.5 rating, only about 25 sacks or so. He lost 3 fumbles. You could do a lot worse, except for in this winter of discontent. In the last quarter of this season, Jones' completion rate was 60. He threw 5 picks and 6 touchdowns. He fumbled twice. The Patriots went 1-3. But as you know, since you watched the games, it was the nature of the mistakes that he made. Against Indy, a delay of game on the first drive. When the Patriots finally put a drive together, they were down 17-0. Mac throws a pick on 3rd and 3 from the Colts 15. And then on a 3rd and 1 coming out of halftime, another pick. The Colts knock up a field goal. It's 20-0. Against the Bills, he actually played better, but he got nakeeled on his only pick. And he sometimes seemed overmatched playing against a defense that was flying around similarly to the way the Colts was. Look, he didn't get much help in terms of composure in that game either. David Andrews, Trent Brown, they both had flags. But the Patriots were outplayed all around. Jags game, great. No problems there. But he'd been good against middling or worse competition all year. Then Sunday, he took a flamethrower to the Patriots' chances. Picked 6 on his first 3rd down in the game. 3rd quarter, he fumbles a snap for another turnover. Those are nut-crushing mistakes. Has he been let down? Yeah, a little bit here and there in different games. Protection's had some issues. Defense hasn't bowed up when they needed it to. But we've been watching long enough to know that it begins and ends with the quarterback. And in this league, Meg, you don't want to be known as Mr. September. December's when you make your cash.
You absolutely don't, especially on a Bill Belichick team. And this is a family program, but I'm going to throw out a nasty 4-letter word here.
Oh, no.
And that's wall.
Fair.
Because if you don't believe in the rookie wall, Mac Jones this season should make you a believer. This guy has taken 1,065 snaps with the weight of the franchise on his shoulders. This guy has played 17 games compared to 10 games that he played in the regular season at Alabama, and now they're just getting started in the playoffs. I don't think we should be too surprised, except that we know that Jones is an incredibly smart, precise quarterback usually, so I can't see any other reason besides the wall. Am I off?
No, you're not. And Phil and I had a great conversation, well, I think it was great, on the Patriots Talk podcast. And he pointed out how he is such a perfectionist, and he lives and dies with these plays. You can see it on his face. I mean, he makes the Bobby Hurley face a little too often for my liking. He's going to have to work on that in the offseason as well.
What is that face?
So
Sometimes he makes a Manning face.
verge of tears, but it's because he cares and whatever. The bottom line is he's a perfectionist. He wants to succeed, and I think that he feels it injures him deep in his soul when he doesn't. He had to beat out Cam Newton. He had to succeed Tom Brady. He had to play against Tom Brady. He had to win a national championship at Alabama. He had to prepare for a draft in which people were really focused in on him. I think his brain is sawdust right now.
Well, let's hear from what the fans have to say about Mac Jones. Time now for From the Stands. And Tom, your poll results are presented by your New England Ford dealers. Built for America, built Ford proud.
I guess the whole question is, we didn't expect a Super Bowl from the Patriots this year, and they might have exceeded some expectations. So the question is, Mac Jones going forward. After he played so well for so long, he's staggering to the finish line. Your reaction, folks, so what? He's fine, relax. 31% of you. Bothersome, but not worrisome. 52%. Ooh, makes me wonder. Just 13% of you. And 4% are just wondering what it looks like if you vote for the wrong thing. Meg, we got answers?
Yeah, let's hear from the comments. Let's start with Babylon. As a rookie, it's understandable he'd wear down during his first season. Also, other coaches aren't dumb. They watch film too. Mac has tendencies that can be seen. The pick six by Xavier Howard wasn't a fluke. He saw it like the T pulling into Copley, but Mac's smart. He'll adjust. John F. Hui says he doesn't have a number one receiver. His go-to guy is Myers, not Edelman, not even Amendola. He's going to get stronger in the offseason.
Fair.
I guess that's if they get an Edelman or Amendola type in the offseason.
No, yeah, right.
Dre says he's a rookie who didn't play well against playoff-level defenses late in the season while simultaneously hitting his rookie wall.
Four-letter word.
I'm more concerned with the defense's inability to stop anyone late in games.
One more?
And finally, Bechelli says if Deshaun Watson is available in the offseason, they need to pull the trigger.
All right, that's a whole different kettle of fish, folks, right there. And I don't think that they need to hammer that panic button. But I do think you have to scrutinize this because, Meg, think about this. If he begins the season the way he's ending this one, well, then you might start to say, well, was that an apparition, what we saw at the beginning of last year? And even if he plays and makes the jump forward like best case scenario Joe Burrow, there's still going to be a little bit of breath holding come Thanksgiving time and say, well, he hit the wall last year. So there will be many things for Mac Jones to prove next year.
This is why it's so difficult for us to compare and contrast rookie quarterbacks and try to project where they're going to be 5 to 7 years from now, because we only have the data that we have to work with, which is these 17 games. And we've seen him reach certain heights and do good things and pull out good quarters. Even that last quarter that he had against the Colts, where he looked like a strong NFL quarterback. But then you look down the stretch of where it matters, and it is concerning.
Yeah, I mean, we know we have, excuse me, he has the capability. It's in his DNA to make good decisions. It's in his DNA to be accurate. He just has to get it back. All right, we're going to come back after the break. We're going to talk to Kyle Van Noy about the third matchup with the Buffalo Bills. This one with a chance to move ahead in the playoffs on the line. Stay tuned. Thanks, everybody. All right, growth potential. Brought to you by Dr. Lepresti. He's going to fix up your bald spot, or even worse, if you're completely bald, he'll work on that too. Damian Harris, single season rushing touchdown leaders, 15. How about like Garrett Blunt? Huh? He was a truck that year. Curtis Martin a couple times. It's right around when I started covering the team. Yep. All right, so 1-800-GET-HAIR to get yourself some new hair. Here comes my guy, who's got a handsome head and great brows too. It's Kyle Van Noy. We got a rubber match.
I'm here. What's going on?
How do you guys go about putting your best game on the field in the third meeting against the Buffalo Bills?
I think it starts with preparation. I think the energy in the building's got to be at an all-time high with everybody. Even our lunch ladies, they gotta bring the juice, and we just got to put it all on the table. It's, win or go home, and it's the same thing for them. We got to go up into a hostile environment in Buffalo and get the job done. They're going to be ready. Josh Allen's playing good football. He's playing inspiring football to the rest of their team. Singletary, their RB1 is playing unbelievable, and their O-line's getting it done. And we just got to go in there and play Patriot football and put all our chips on the table and get after it.
Does familiarity help in a week like this? I mean, you've played in 11 playoff games over your career. You've probably prepared for teams that you didn't see in the regular season, prepared for teams that you have seen. This is one you've seen twice in recent weeks. Does that help where you can cut to the chase and say, look, I know what they do?
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, they're a game plan offense and a game plan defense. I think you heard McDermott talk about that with their DBs playing a different leverage than they normally have. And offensively, they did some different things. So you got to prepare for everything, and they got to prepare for us. It's going to be a really competitive game. And I'm excited for the opportunity to play in the playoffs. We have such a great opportunity to play a divisional opponent that we do know, but at the same time, we need to be ready for everything. And that's what's the beauty about this game is we get to play football. And Saturday night in Buffalo, that's definitely where you want to be.
And you guys can dictate it. I mean, that's the thing is you're in a position where how you perform will dictate the game. It's a fair fight in that it's a team that you've played well against. It's a team that you started slowly against and then had on the ropes a little bit at the end. I ask you this. You talked earlier this year about a 2-4 mentality and maintaining that through the year. As the season's gone along, especially in the last month or so since the bye, we've seen some pre-snap mistakes or mental errors or penalties, things like that seem uncharacteristic, not as much urgency. Can you explain to me how the urgent mindset is failing to translate? You understand what I'm saying. I don't want to be too pointed in it and accusatory, but I just want to get it out there.
Yeah, no, I that's totally, that's your job to be able to bring up those questions, and it's fair that I have to answer them. And, you know, I don't know what that is, but this week is what a better week to get all that stuff sorted out and put it all out there and play ball. I mean, I don't think you need any juice playing in a playoff game with everything on the line. You know, we got to have everybody all high energy, ready to go, starting at practice, and then carry that over within the week to Saturday. And I think that's our main focus is we got to play to win on Saturday. Let's go.
And that's the thing. Bill goes, look, I don't think they lack confidence. Someone asked about the confidence level. And that seems to me for him to be indicating, look, this isn't a confidence thing. This isn't a talent thing. This is a go out and do the stuff that you're capable of down in and down out. Is that an accurate read on kind of what he's sending across to you guys?
Yeah, I would have to listen to what he said. I don't want to paraphrase for him or say something. Just for me personally, I think we just got to focus, play in and play out one play at a time, put all our energy in that one play and then move on to the next one and then just keep stringing them together. They're a really talented team. They've been playing really good football. They're the division champs, and we got to go up there and play to win. And that's what we want to do, and we're going to try our best. Let's go.
A lot of us were surprised when we saw Monday morning that Brian Flores, the day after his Dolphins had beaten you guys, was relieved of his duties down there. What was your reaction to that news?
Yeah, you know, I don't really have one. Everybody's asking me for one, but I truly don't have one. I'm focused about my situation here, getting ready for the playoffs. You know, I don't wish that on anyone. It's not fun packing up your house and moving, but it's the nature of this business, and I wish him all the luck. He's a great coach, and he's going to get another opportunity. But I'm honestly focused on my situation and being in control of what I can do to prepare for the Buffalo Bills.
All right, well, let's give you another one that takes your focus off of that. Gerard Mayo could have head coaching opportunities of his own. What kind of a leader has he been for you guys at the linebacker level?
Oh, man. I have to say good things about Mayo?
Yeah.
No. That's easy. What a just an unbelievable human being. Let's just start from there. Really good guy from top, bottom. Like he just does things right. And he's got this way about his personality to light up a room. And that's exactly who you want as a head coach. But, you know, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just excited he's still my coach right now. And then if situations happen to where he gets a gig, I'm going to be happy for him because he deserves it. But right now I'm going to be focused that he's my coach and he's got to tell me what to do. So let's go.
You're 8-2 as a Patriot so far in your 10 postseason games here. What will it take for you guys to get to 9-2?
Wow.
I know.
To just honestly, just to put everything on the line, move everything to black and go for it. We just got to go for it, bring that energy, bring that juice, stay focused, and play every play. Play Patriot football, fast, dependable, and smart. And I think if we have that mindset each and every play, we can get the job done. But it's going to take all 11 of us on offense, all 11 of us on defense, and all 11 of us on special teams each and every snap.
All right, my guy. Well, as always, we appreciate your time. We wish you good luck Saturday night. How do you feel about a Saturday night game?
Hey, I'm ready, man. I wasn't happy about the last game, so I'm ready to get back on the field as fast as possible and get after it. And, it's can't come soon enough, and I'm excited for the challenge against Buffalo. I truly am. They're a great team. We got a good team. It's going to be a really good battle.
All right, man. Hey, take care of yourself. Good luck on Saturday night. People will be watching. Take care. All right, coming up after the break, we got the Meg-A Hot Take as we turn our focus to what the Patriots need to do and that confidence question. Stay tuned. Meg-A Hot Take.
Sunday and Saturday's word of the day was incentives. We heard about it on numerous broadcasts. Gronk needs 7 catches for $500,000. Stephon Diggs needs 6 today for $1.5 million. Blech. Not for me. I realize we now operate in a Vegas-driven, let me tell you about my fantasy team world, but I can do without the constant play-by-play paycheck updates for players. I'm happy for them if they're getting bonuses. Get your money. But to treat it like breaking news during a football broadcast, I don't need to hear that Marvin Jones can still make $500,000 against the Colts in Week 18. He's on the Jags. Enough.
I love it.
And get off my lawn.
It's fine. The funny thing is, while we're doing that and they're pumping it to Gronk for another $1 million, the owner's sitting there goes, there goes $1 million. There goes $1 million. These damn employees of mine. Anyway.
Sucking me dry.
Sucking me dry. Good Meg-A Hot Take.
Thank you. Presented by your local New England Honda dealers, featuring the rugged all-wheel drive Pilot, because around here we Honda. Around here we listen to Bill Belichick.
Bill, despite the recent struggles in the last month, does it give your group added confidence knowing that they did go to this spot and win a game there not too long ago?
Yeah, I don't think we lack confidence.
No problems with confidence. That's a little bit surprising to me.
No. To me, they're fairly cocksure. And as a result, that means that it's about execution. Bill's looking at this team and saying, look, we got the players, we got the talent, they're well enough coached. We know what we're supposed to do. So, hey, how about not be in a situation where we have to burn a timeout or take a delay a game or go downfield before we're supposed to or cover up the center on a punt? Can we not do those things? Can we not extend drives, come up with a pick when it's thrown directly to us? So when Bill Belichick talks about there is no lack of confidence, there is a lack of something, and it's focus, intensity, and simple execution.
The only thing I would push back on is that it does suggest a little bit of lack of confidence or something when you're down 2 scores and it looks like on your team's faces that there's no way that they can climb out of it. It looks like it becomes insurmountable very early in some of these games.
Oh, so you're reading expressions now?
Yeah. It's just
yeah, I like to do that too.
Well, no. Let's go on to Brian Flores, who, despite beating the Patriots on Sunday, was canned the very next day.
Yeah,
Very surprising.
It is surprising, and I take it a little bit as a cautionary tale too, because whether it's Flores or the just fired Joe Judge or Matt Patricia or Josh McDaniels or Eric Mangini or on and on and on. So many Patriots assistants go on and they bring a new broom sweeps clean attitude to wherever they're going, which is great. But you better make sure that when you bring that, you make sure that all the dust bunnies and all the corners are cleaned out. Because if they're not and you start to lose, there will be relationship problems. There will be sniping in the building. You have latitude and the opportunity to be a hard ass if you win. If you don't, then people are going to say, who does he think he is, this new sheriff in town? And I think a little bit of that goes toward what happened with Brian Flores.
Well, we did see reports that Flores has been tapped to go interview for the Bears job. So do you think that indicates that there's still high confidence in him throughout the league?
100%, and there should be. I think he's a very good between-the-lines coach who is inspiring, given what he did. But as many people talk about the 7-game winning streak the Miami Dolphins had this year, it's about a 7-game losing streak. So a little bit less of this. I mean, we a little bit more of this, just, you know.
Keep it steady. Yeah. Let's talk about other guys getting tapped for interviews. Gerard Mayo, former Quick Slants co-host.
That's right.
Is potentially interviewing for the Broncos head coaching job. What do you think of this?
This, to me, is one of the most interesting aspects of coaching, because people are going to say, well, he's not been a coordinator. Okay, you know what? Look at all these coordinators who don't work out. You know why they don't work out? Because they're not used to delegating. They're not used to working in environments where they don't go to work in a pair of sweatpants. Gerard Mayo has been in the business world. He's done this show. There are different types of people and platforms on which he's had to work. So he's very good at relationships. He's very good at relating to other people. He's very good at reading people and building coalitions. A lot of these guys, they don't have that ability. And we see it time and time again when guys are hired and then they irritate or agitate or otherwise turn off half of their team. That's why Gerard Mayo is such a good candidate.
Well, fingers crossed for him. Now, we have a big game Saturday night. Other than that, what are you most excited for with this slate of games?
To me, I think it's just how many teams in the AFC are going to carry forward their performance in the latter portion of the year into the playoffs. Kansas City, shaky at the end. Cincinnati, hot as a pistol at the end. Raiders, they escape at the end. I mean, how many of these teams are going to be gone by the end of this weekend after all the work they did to get where they were?
I'll tell you what, I'm excited to root against the Cowboys. Go Niners.
Huh.